When a star dies, the universe doesn't just go dark. Something wakes up. A supernova is the death of a star, but a magnetar is the kind of death that stays alive. This is where light explodes and darkness chooses its prey.
The star's light was slowly fading, as if it were taking its final breaths. The ship Sina floated beside it in complete silence. There was no sound, no hum from the star, no whisper from space, not even a buzz from the instruments. That strange silence was more frightening than any noise. Sina stepped closer to the window. Suddenly, she saw a small black dot open at the center of the star. Tiny, but alive. It felt like something inside the star was watching her. Before she could react, the star went dark all at once. Total darkness. A few seconds later, an explosion. But not a normal one. A white, soundless light burst out of the star and moved straight toward the ship. The light drifted like a calm wave, but everything it touched, it swallowed. Sina stepped back, but the light passed through the glass and entered the room. She had only a moment to understand. This wasn't the light of death. It was the light of something that had just awakened. And then everything turned white.
Suddenly, every piece of metal inside the ship began to shake. Bolts, tools, even the seats were being pulled toward that blue light. Nora stepped back, but the magnetic field moved through the walls like an invisible hand reaching for her. There was no sound, only a heavy feeling, like something was pulling at her mind. The blue light drifted closer, slow and silent, as if it wanted to absorb her. In the final moment, before everything went dark, Nora understood. A magnetar wasn't a star. It was a silent hunter. The sky was completely dark, and the ship Nora floated quietly beside a dead star. Nothing moved, yet the instruments were shutting down one by one, as if something invisible was choking them. Nora looked outside and saw a tiny blue point glowing in the darkness, weak but strange. With every passing moment, the glow grew stronger, but not like a star, more like an eye. The sensors displayed only one word: magnetar.
The last flash of the explosion was still burning in his eyes. The ship was gone, the star was dead, and he thought he was alone, or at least he believed he was. When he blinked again, he saw himself, not in front of him, behind him. A second version of him stood in the darkness, without a shadow, without a sound, a version that was smiling. He stepped back, but there was no floor beneath his feet. He realized he wasn't floating in space. He was floating inside the very light that had burst from the star. The second version whispered softly, "You didn't die here. You just arrived late." And suddenly the two versions merged, not with light, not with sound, with nothing. When he opened his eyes again, he wasn't himself anymore. He was the star, and the star was looking back at him.